Hi, I'm April Davis, matchmaker and dating coach at LUMAsearch.com. Approaching a woman you don't know can be challenging. It also can be straight up intimidating. It's important to take certain steps so that you don't come off too awkward or too uncertain of yourself. Here are some tips to help you the next time you see a lady you'd like to meet. Number 1, eye contact and body language. Making eye contact can be a way to tell if she's interested in you or not. Be careful not to stare, but if you notice that she's looked at you a couple of times, it could be a sign that she's interested. A smile is a great way to show you're interested in a harmless, friendly person. Check out her body language and facial expressions. If she smiles back at you, this could be a great sign. If she has her arms crossed and has a scowl, she's telling you that this may not be the best person to approach. Number 2, the initial engagement. When you approach her, you're going to want to think of some sort of icebreaker to begin the conversation. There are several options. You can make an observation about something in the area, or ask a question, or go ahead and just introduce yourself and say that you saw her and you realized that the two of you have never met before, so you wanted to go up and introduce yourself. The safest and probably most effective way is simply making an observation about something in the room or something else going on around you. You may also want to consider warming up to one of her family members or friends that are with her and talking to one of them first before going in straight to her. This could be a little less awkward and perceived better by her because now she knows that you're a friend of her friend. If she doesn't seem interested in talking, then it's best to just leave her alone. You will know this if she doesn't make eye contact with you, looks around the room for a way to lead the conversation, or is very short with her answers to you. If she's friendly, smiling, and even asks you questions back, then these are good signs. Number 3, conversation. Make small chat. Keep it light and positive. Try to joke around and be funny. You could give her a compliment. Say, XYZ was so funny today, or I love coming to, whatever place. You will want to try to find some common ground in order to build rapport. At some point, offer your hand and introduce yourself. As she speaks, be sure to listen to various hooks. These are things that give you insight into who she is and allows you to expand the conversation. For example, if she says she's there visiting family, you know 2 things about her. 1, she has family, and 2, she doesn't live here. You could make your next couple of questions be around both of these topics. Another thing, don't stand directly in front of her with your shoulders facing each other. Kind of stand sideways and off to her side just a bit so as not to be so intimidating. Don't lean in too much because this can be overbearing as well. Offer some information and insight about yourself. Maybe mention what you're planning on doing that afternoon or weekend, or what you do for work, fun, etc. Don't ask too many questions. You don't want her to feel like she's being interrogated. Instead, you should try to do most of the talking and make it entertaining or interesting. But don't go off on a tangent either. You want her to feel like she's part of the conversation and not just your audience as you talk about yourself the whole time. Number 4, next steps. This may not be the time or place to ask for her number or for a date. You may just want the first encounter to be casual and friendly. If you see her again, then you can initiate another conversation and ask her to grab a coffee or something sometime. If you decide you want to ask her out now, then do so in the form of a suggestion versus a question. You could say, I'd like to continue this conversation sometime. Why don't you give me your number and I'll call you and we can grab a coffee. Don't run home and call her right away. Wait 2 days and then call her to set up the date. Number 5. Practice, practice, practice. Don't just wait to use these tips on the one woman that you're attracted to. Practice engaging in conversation with someone new on a daily basis. Set a goal for yourself to initiate and engage in conversation with at least one new person twice a day. Make the goal of a time of at least 30 seconds, and then raise it to a minute, and so on. Talk to the person at the gas station, or at your church, or even in the elevator. The more often you do this and practice, the better you will be at it, and the more confident that you'll be when you're finally talking to the person that you like. What other tips do you have for guys that are looking to approach someone? Leave them in the comments below. Did you like this video? If so, subscribe and click the little thumbs up button at the bottom. Also, don't forget to go to LUMAsearch.com and fill out the profile form so we can find your match. Thanks much. See you next time.